où les préoccupations des athlètes sont entendues et prises en compte, et où les athlètes ont une influence sur les décisions clés qui sont prises dans le milieu sportif du Canada. Nous formons des athlètes leaders qui influencent les politiques du sport et inspirent une solide culture sportive. Nous offrons un endroit sécuritaire et inclusif pour partager vos points de vue et préoccupations sur les questions qui vous tiennent à cœur. Et ensemble, nous suscitons et réalisons des changements. Nous avons été le premier organisme fondé par les athlètes des équipes nationales pour les athlètes. Depuis, nous avons toujours été des leaders mondiaux en matière de représentation des athlètes. Joignez-vous à Athlète Cannes, vous y êtes chez vous.
At the hotel.
Even elite athletes need support to reach their goals, to go further than those before, and to leave sport better for those after. Athletes Can represents members of Canada's senior national teams who compete at multi-sport and world championship events. Our mission is to speak with one powerful voice to advocate for an athlete-centered sports system where athlete rights are respected, athlete concerns are heard and acted upon, and where athletes influence key decisions made in Canada's sports system. We develop athlete leaders who influence sport policy and inspire a strong sport culture. We're a safe and inclusive place to share your perspectives and concerns on the issues you care about. And together, we initiate and sustain changes. We were the first organization founded by national team athletes for athletes. We've been global leaders in athlete representation ever since. Join Athletes Can. This is your home. Même les athlètes élites ont besoin de soutien pour atteindre leur but, pour aller plus loin que ceux et celles avant eux et pour laisser un sport meilleur à ceux et celles qui les suivront. Athlète Cannes représente les membres des équipes nationales seniors du Canada qui participent aux manifestations multisports et championnats du monde. Nous avons pour mission de parler d'une seule voix puissante en faveur d'un système sportif centré sur l'athlète, où les droits des athlètes sont respectés, où les préoccupations des athlètes sont entendues et prises en compte, et où les athlètes ont une influence sur les décisions clés qui sont prises dans le milieu sportif du Canada. Nous formons des athlètes leaders qui influencent les politiques du sport et inspire une solide culture sportive. Nous offrons un endroit sécuritaire et inclusif pour partager vos points de vue et préoccupations sur les questions qui vous tiennent à cœur. Et ensemble, nous suscitons et réalisons des changements. Nous avons été le premier organisme fondé par les athlètes des équipes nationales pour les athlètes. Depuis, nous avons toujours été des leaders mondiaux en matière de représentation des athlètes. Joignez-vous à Athlète Cannes, vous y êtes chez vous. Even elite athletes need support to reach their goals, to go further than those before, and to leave sport better for those after. Athletes Can represents members of Canada's senior national teams who compete at multi-sport and world championship events. Our mission is to speak with one powerful voice to advocate for an athlete-centered sports system where athlete rights are respected, athlete concerns are heard and acted upon, and where athletes influence key decisions made in Canada's sports system. We develop athlete leaders who influence sport policy and inspire a strong sport culture. We're a safe and inclusive place to share your perspectives and concerns on the issues you care about. And together, we initiate and sustain changes. We were the first organization founded by national team athletes for athletes. We've been global leaders in athlete representation ever since. Join Athletes Can. This is your home. Même les athlètes élites ont besoin de soutien pour atteindre leur but, pour aller plus loin que ceux et celles avant eux et pour laisser un sport meilleur à ceux et celles qui les suivront. Athlète Cannes représente les membres des équipes nationales seniors du Canada qui participent aux manifestations multisports et championnats du monde. Nous avons pour mission de parler d'une seule voix puissante en faveur d'un système sportif centré sur l'athlète, où les droits des athlètes sont respectés, où les préoccupations des athlètes sont entendues et prises en compte, et où les athlètes ont une influence sur les décisions clés qui sont prises dans le milieu sportif du Canada. Nous formons des athlètes leaders qui influencent les politiques du sport et inspire une solide culture sportive. Nous offrons un endroit sécuritaire et inclusif pour partager vos points de vue et préoccupations sur les questions qui vous tiennent à cœur. Et ensemble, nous suscitons et réalisons des changements. Nous avons été le premier organisme fondé par les athlètes des équipes nationales pour les athlètes. Depuis, nous avons toujours été des leaders mondiaux en matière de représentation des athlètes. Joignez-vous à Athlète Cannes, vous y êtes chez vous. Even elite athletes need support to reach their goals, to go further than those before, and to leave sport better for those after. Athletes Can represents members of Canada's senior national teams who compete at multi-sport and world championship events. Our mission is to speak with one powerful voice to advocate for an athlete-centered sports system where athlete rights are respected, athlete concerns are heard and acted upon, and where athletes influence key decisions made in Canada's sports system. We develop athlete leaders who influence sport policy and inspire a strong sport culture. We're a safe and inclusive place to share your perspectives and concerns on the issues you care about. And together, we initiate and sustain changes. We were the first organization founded by national team athletes for athletes. We've been global leaders in athlete representation ever since. Join Athletes Can. This is your home.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Edmonton.
Même les athlètes élites ont besoin de soutien pour atteindre leur but, pour aller plus loin que ceux et celles avant eux et pour laisser un sport meilleur à ceux et celles qui les suivront. Athlète Cannes représente les membres des équipes nationales seniors du Canada qui participent aux manifestations multisports et championnats du monde. Nous avons pour mission de parler d'une seule voix puissante en faveur d'un système sportif centré sur l'athlète, où les droits des athlètes sont respectés, où les préoccupations des athlètes sont entendues et prises en compte, et où les athlètes ont une influence sur les décisions clés qui sont prises dans le milieu sportif du Canada. Nous formons des athlètes leaders qui influencent les politiques du sport et inspirent une solide culture sportive. Nous offrons un endroit sécuritaire et inclusif pour partager vos points de vue et préoccupations sur les questions qui vous tiennent à cœur. Et ensemble, nous suscitons et réalisons des changements. Nous avons été le premier organisme fondé par les athlètes des équipes nationales pour les athlètes. Depuis, nous avons toujours été des leaders mondiaux en matière de représentation des athlètes. Joignez-vous à Athlète Cannes, vous y êtes chez vous. Even elite athletes need support to reach their goals, to go further than those before, and to leave sport better for those after. Athletes Can represents members of Canada's senior national teams who compete at multi-sport and world championship events. Our mission is to speak with one powerful voice to advocate for an athlete-centered sports system where athlete rights are respected, athlete concerns are heard and acted upon, and where athletes influence key decisions made in Canada's sports system. We develop athlete leaders who influence sport policy and inspire a strong sport culture. We're a safe and inclusive place to share your perspectives and concerns on the issues you care about. And together, we initiate and sustain changes. We were the first organization founded by national team athletes for athletes. We've been global leaders in athlete representation ever since. Join Athletes Can. This is your home. Même les athlètes élites ont besoin de soutien pour atteindre leur but, pour aller plus loin que ceux et celles avant eux et pour laisser un sport meilleur à ceux et celles qui les suivront. Athlète Cannes représente les membres des équipes nationales seniors du Canada qui participent aux manifestations multisports et championnats du monde. Nous avons pour mission de parler d'une seule voix puissante en faveur d'un système sportif centré sur l'athlète, où les droits des athlètes sont respectés, où les préoccupations des athlètes sont entendues et prises en compte, et où les athlètes ont une influence sur les décisions clés qui sont prises dans le milieu sportif du Canada. Nous formons des athlètes leaders qui influencent les politiques du sport et inspirent une solide culture sportive. Nous offrons un endroit sécuritaire et inclusif pour partager vos points de vue et préoccupations sur les questions qui vous tiennent à cœur. Et ensemble, nous suscitons et réalisons des changements. Nous avons été le premier organisme fondé par les athlètes des équipes nationales pour les athlètes. Depuis, nous avons toujours été des leaders mondiaux en matière de représentation des athlètes. Joignez-vous à Athlète Cannes, vous y êtes, chez vous. Even elite athletes need support to reach their goals, to go further than those before, and to leave sport better for those after. Athletes Can represents members of Canada's senior national teams who compete at multi-sport and world championship events. Our mission is to speak with one powerful voice, to advocate for an athlete-centered sports system where athlete rights are respected, athlete concerns are heard and acted upon, and where athletes influence key decisions made in Canada's sports system. We develop athlete leaders who influence sport policy and inspire a strong sport culture. We're a safe and inclusive place to share your perspectives and concerns on the issues you care about. And together, we initiate and sustain changes. We were the first organization founded by national team athletes for athletes. We've been global leaders in athlete representation ever since. Join Athletes Can. This is your home. Même les athlètes élites ont besoin de soutien pour atteindre leur but, pour aller plus loin que ceux et celles avant eux et pour laisser un sport meilleur à ceux et celles qui les suivront. Athlète Cannes représente les membres des équipes nationales seniors du Canada qui participent aux manifestations multisports et championnats du monde. Nous avons pour mission de parler d'une seule voix puissante en faveur d'un système sportif centré sur l'athlète, où les droits des athlètes sont respectés, où les préoccupations des athlètes sont entendues et prises en compte, et où les athlètes ont une influence sur les décisions clés qui sont prises dans le milieu sportif du Canada. Nous formons des athlètes leaders qui influencent les politiques du sport et inspirent une solide culture sportive. Nous offrons un endroit sécuritaire et inclusif pour partager vos points de vue et préoccupations sur les questions qui vous tiennent à cœur. Et ensemble, nous suscitons et réalisons des changements. Nous avons été le premier organisme fondé par les athlètes des équipes nationales pour les athlètes. Depuis, nous avons toujours été des leaders mondiaux en matière de représentation des athlètes. Joignez-vous à Athlète Cannes, vous y êtes, chez vous. Even elite athletes need support to reach their goals, to go further than those before, and to leave sport better for those after. Athletes Can represents members of Canada's senior national teams who compete at multi-sport and world championship events. Our mission is to speak with one powerful voice, to advocate for an athlete-centered sports system where athlete rights are respected, athlete concerns are heard and acted upon, and where athletes influence key decisions made in Canada's sports system. We develop athlete leaders who influence sport policy and inspire a strong sport culture. We're a safe and inclusive place to share your perspectives and concerns on the issues you care about. And together, we initiate and sustain changes. We were the first organization founded by national team athletes for athletes. We've been global leaders in athlete representation ever since. Join Athletes Can. This is your home. Même les athlètes élites ont besoin de soutien pour atteindre leur but, pour aller plus loin que ceux et celles avant eux et pour laisser un sport meilleur à ceux et celles qui les suivront. Athlète Cannes représente les membres des équipes nationales seniors du Canada qui participent aux manifestations multisports et championnats du monde. Nous avons pour mission de parler d'une seule voix puissante en faveur d'un système sportif centré sur l'athlète, où les droits des athlètes sont respectés, où les préoccupations des athlètes sont entendues.
Welcome everyone to the 2022 Canada Wrestling Team Trials Gold Medal Finals in our men's division, live from Edmonton, Alberta. Hello everyone, my name is Jeremy Ballantyne and I will be guiding you through the action tonight. We have 7 matches for you this evening with athletes representing 6 different provinces. We start off in our 51 kilogram weight class. Our athlete in the red, representing Advanced Wrestling Academy and Saskatchewan, is Eric Hinks Mendernack. And in the blue, representing Edmonton Wrestling Club, is Matthew London. There we go. We had a little bit of a technical issue, but we took care of it now. We'll get the action underway. It's two minute rounds in the cadet division, and we saw a front quarter here coming from Hicks Mendernack. He wasn't able to get exposure. First points going to Matthew London. Makes his hometown right here in Edmonton, Alberta. First takedown, 33 seconds in. Don't forget, if you are looking for the women's matches, you will find them on our alternate stream for Mat 2. So you can check that out if you're looking for women's matches wherever you happen to be across Canada. In on the leg attack is London, and he's going to finish this action to the butt of Hicks Mendernack. We see 1 point on the mat and 2 points from the judge and from the mat chair. So it's going to be 2 points for Matthew London. He's now up 4-0 early, now in on the single, switching to seatbelt. Trying to work from the seatbelt position, now reaching up, has exposure and going for the fall is Matthew London. 6-0, 30 seconds remaining in this opening round, 2 minute rounds. $20 seconds left for Eric Hicks Mendernack to try and hold off his back, try and whittle away this 6-0 lead that Matthew London has, now down to 10 seconds remaining. Still working is Matthew London. And holding on will be Eric Hicks Mendernack from the Advanced Wrestling Academy. He heads over to his coach, Rob Lang. They're going to have a discussion here on how to make back this 6-0 lead that Matthew London of Edmonton Wrestling Club and Alberta has shown. Two 2-minute rounds with a 30-second break in between. These athletes will be representing Canada at the upcoming Cadet Championships. Action back underway. Trailing by 6, Eric Hicks Mendernack. He is in the red singlet. Trying to drag past is Matthew London. Matthew London has been dominant throughout this tournament. Front headlock applied by Hicks Mendernack. Here's a stuffed attack. As Matthew London coming in, he's got that 6-0 lead. Matthew London not setting up the attacks the way he did in the opening round, coming forward, trusting on his defense here. Trying to set up, coming in behind, and trying to go out of bounds with more of a suplex style is Matthew London. Scores 4 points from the on-mat official. We have yet to get a call from the judge. Judge also throwing 4 points up. So it is 6-4 right now, the lead for Matthew London. So whittled away. Stepping out of bounds was Matthew London. Now it is 6-5. The lead has been whittled away. Here's a shot. Nice shot in by London. Going low, he gets in behind, he gets 2 points on the takedown. That's a great way to stop the bleeding that's coming from Hinks Mendernack. A little bit of an aggressive swat. The referee didn't like that, puts him right back to standing, and a word of admonishment here.
Going to be receiving medals. If we can get you to the arena floor, that would be great.
Inside the 15 seconds to go, trying to get inside is Hinks Mendernack. There's another shot from London. Nice timing on the re-attack. He scores 4 big points there. And he will hold on and win with a 12-5 score. Very excited. It's Matthew London from Edmonton Wrestling Club. He wins this match 12-5, and it was an extremely good attack near the end of the match. It really made the difference there as he was able to come in low and stop the offense from Hinks Mendernack. He had the momentum. London right in on the attack, and then that re-attack on the double leg that really did secure it for him. So congratulations to Matthew London of Edmonton Wrestling Club and of Alberta as he wins 12-5. That is the first of our matches. In our 7 matches, we will be having a small break after the 4th match as we do some medal presentations that will not be on the stream. However, make sure that you are sticking around as we will be playing our Athletes Can advertisements, and then we'll be right back with the final 3 matches. Our next match that's coming up sees Ethan Kennedy of Edmonton Wrestling Club. He'll be in the red singlet. It's the blue singlet for Coast Wrestling Academy's Quinton Lee Mensa. Don't forget to leave a comment, like, and subscribe to Wrestling Canada's YouTube channel. You're going to have lots of great content coming throughout the year, including the national championships, and we have, again, 3 more days of action that will be live streamed. So make sure that you are getting on there so that you can get a hold of that. So you can get a hold of those matches. Also, make sure you fill in those comment section. We want to hear where you're from, where you're watching this from, when you're watching it. And we're underway here at our 55-kilogram weight class. Ethan Kennedy in the red once again from Edmonton Wrestling Club and Alberta, representing British Columbia, and Coast Wrestling Academy's Quinton Lee Mensa. Nice counter on the leg attack here from Kennedy. Still no points scored. I see 2 from the judge, still nothing scored. So a little bit of confusion here. That's judge had put up the 2 points there, but was not confirmed by the chair. Only 2 points for blue. There was a fairly good exchange. We do have a challenge block in now. So they're going to have a look at this on the challenge side. So what ends up happening is the challenge is on right now. Quinton Lee Mensa made his way through the tournament. Really explosive in what he was able to do. Lots of big 4-point takedowns throughout the tournament. Ethan Kennedy, more on the counter side, was able to do very well throughout the tournament. So these are both deserving gold medal finalists right here at the 55 kilogram weight class. Once again, if you are looking for our women's stream, feel free to head on over to the Mat 2 feed. That is where our women's matches are taking place, so you can have a quick look at those. We do have 7 total matches. Right now we are on our 55 kilogram match between Ethan Kennedy and Quinton Lee Mensa. The officials are looking it over right now. They're just trying to determine the point score. There was that scramble early on in the match. So there were no points scored by red, so it's an additional point for the failed challenge. All right, so it's all figured out now. 1 minute, 5 seconds remaining in the opening round here. 2 2-minute rounds. Mensa trying to pick up the pace, trying to find a way to get through Kennedy. Kennedy very solid defensively. There's an arm throw attempt there. 4 points, ruled exposure. So that's going to make it 7-0. Nice throw by Mensa, timing Kennedy, leaning forward. Now Kennedy trying to find a way to get out and get in behind. Official going to call him up, 34 seconds remaining in the first round. 7-0, the lead right now for Quinton Lee Mensa. Here comes some aggression now. Kennedy in on the legs, but a big throw by Mensa. He scores 4, leads 11-0, but going for the fall, and he will secure the fall and the victory and not quite land the backflip. But he's young. He has time to work on it. Your winner, representing British Columbia and Coast Wrestling Academy, is Quinton Lee Mensa. And knowing Frank, his dad, I'm wondering if Frank is going to give him a hug for a win and perhaps a little bit of an admonishment for the backflip. So we are just on a little bit of a break here as we wait for the next match to come out. That is the 60 kilogram match between Yusuf El Shaeb from the Rock Wrestling Club in Alberta and Ibrahim Aldrar from Shiwa Wrestling Club in Manitoba. So we have 6 total provinces represented in our men's division. We want to hear where you're watching from. Make sure you fill out the comment section below. Write in where you're watching, when you're watching. Are you watching it live? Are you watching it in the? Are you watching it later on in video on demand here on our YouTube channel? Don't forget, subscribe to Wrestling Canada. Lots of great content, including 3 more days of Canadian trials. We have the juniors tomorrow, the seniors on Sunday, and of course Greco juniors and seniors on Sunday. So come on and make sure that you are getting a hold of all of the action that we have here for you today.
Just a footnote to all wrestlers receiving medals today. Please be in your singlet. To all wrestlers receiving medals today, please be in your singlet.
Coming up is our 60-kilogram freestyle men representing Alberta and the Rock Wrestling Club is Yusuf El Shayeb. He's in the red singlet. In the blue singlet is Shiwa Wrestling Club's Ibrahim Aldrar. He's in the blue singlet. All right, here we go. We've got El Shayeb in the red. We've got Aldrar in the blue. Contrasting styles. El Shayeb very slow, lackadaisical, and then will turn on the speed immediately. He's very, very quick, but slow. We do have a warning for hands to the face going to Ibrahim Aldrar. This 60-kilogram weight class, very tough. Lots of excellent athletes throughout the competition. Both wrestlers trying to work inside. There's a nice ankle pick there from Aldrar. And now we see El Shayeb trying to work on his defense. Aldrar trying to finish it. Kind of reverse seatbelt, but here's El Shayeb sneaking out the back. And it's 2 for El Shayeb on the takedown, 2 more on the gut wrench, and it is 4-0 for the Alberta wrestler. Many of these wrestlers, this is their first national competition because of the COVID restrictions. There were no national championships for the last couple of years, so this is a lot of their first national wrestling competitions, and you can see the patience from both of these athletes not risking anything at the moment, trying to find a way in. A little bit of a club coming from Aldrar. And the official is going to admonish both of them. I think they have a little bit of contact issues. They're also a little bit of rough stuff as we have 10 seconds remaining in this opening round. Remember, it's only 2 2-minute rounds in the cadet age group. And they head into the break, 4-0. It's El Shayeb with the advantage. He was able to stuff the attack from Aldrar. Aldrar very quick, going in, grabbing a hold of that ankle. It was El Shayeb able to counter, come on top, and then immediately went to a gut wrench. That's what led to the 4-0 lead. Stop, 0. No, it's still in the break. Put it to 0.
Just so coaches are aware, if your athlete is winning the gold medal, you are selected to hand out the medals. If your athlete is winning the gold medal, you will be handing out the medals.
All right, sorry, just some technical things that had to get fixed up. So we're back to the action here, 4-0. The lead for El Shayeb, and the pace picking up now from Aldrar. Red in the zone being warned. Back to the center is El Shayeb. And again, you can see the heavy contact coming from Aldrar, trying to work over El Shayeb, trying to get him out of his stance. There's another ankle pick. It's about contact now. There's a verbal warning. And now we'll take a verbal warning, perhaps a caution. And it is confirmed, so it is a caution 1, so 5-0 now. Here's a stuffed attack. And 2 points for El Shayeb, now up 7-0. Working in the chicken wing, coming leg ride, then chicken wing. But nothing doing on the ground. They're back standing. 1 minute, 2 seconds remaining. 7-0 the score and lead for El Shayeb. There's another attack immediately countered by El Shayeb. And we see 4 red, 2 blue, 4 blue, 2 red. That's going to be 4 red, 2 blue. So the score is listed as 11-2 with 55 seconds remaining. And we do have a challenge block that has come in, so they're going to stop the action. They are going to challenge the action out of bounds here with 47 seconds remaining. So they review the action on the camera. It's going to be the head official and the mat chair. So we do have one more match before we take a small break for some medal presentations. That medal presentations will be off the live stream, but again, we have the 65 kilogram weight class that's going to be coming up right after the conclusion of this match. Then we will take a small break, and then you will be right back for the final 3 matches, which is 71 kilograms, 80 kilograms, and 92 kilograms as the challenge process continues. Just a reminder, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We want to be able to share all of the best wrestling action that Canada has to offer, and the best place to find it is Wrestling Canada's YouTube channel. So click subscribe, click like. That's what we like to see. It gets our algorithm out there. We want to get as many people watching as possible. Right now, 11-2 is the score, but they are reviewing the action, and it is the attempted double leg, attempted throw from Aldrar. The challenge will determine what the referees deem that to be. Head official Ryan Forsberg from Saskatchewan is the one doing the reviewing of the motion. All right. So we have 7-4. 7-4 changes the match considerably. It was 11-2, now 7-4, and so the score is correct at 7-4. And the action continues. Here's a leg attack from Aldrar. He's in. El Shayeb trying to stop. He creates some space. Now pops out behind. There's the takedown from El Shayeb. He is now up 9-4. And I mentioned He's slow to move and then immediately picks up the speed, whereas Aldrar is all go, no quit. He pushes forward, trying to get in. He's down by 5, does need to score a lot. 20 seconds remain now. Here's the fireman's from Aldrar. He's going to score 2 points with 10 seconds to go. 5 seconds remaining. The lead is 3. Aldrar needs to get a turn, but he's not able to do it. And holding on is Yusuf Al-Shayeb from the Rock Wrestling Club and Alberta. And this was an extremely tough weight class. Both these athletes had to work extremely hard to get here. And Al-Shayeb will be your victor here at the 60 kilogram weight class. We have one more match before we take a small break. One more match before we take a small break. It's going to be at the 65 kilogram weight class. It's Nolan Stewart from Coast Wrestling Academy in British Columbia, Nathan Rainville from Quebec, and Patriots de Saint-César. One more match. So there is one more match coming here at the 65 kilogram weight class. A little bit of confusion. It's the first day of, been a long time since a national tournament, so everybody's getting back into the swing of things. But we will have Nolan Stewart from Coast Wrestling Academy taking on Nathan Rainville of Patriots de Saint-César of Quebec and British Columbia. .65 kilograms is ready to go in just a few seconds here. There we go. And it sees Rainville in the blue and Stewart in the red. Rainville, every single match this tournament, has taken his opponent down and not let him back up. Locked the gut wrench on and continued until he won the match. Never did they get back up. So let's see if he can take advantage of that. Stewart extremely strong. Working in on that 2-on-1. Very strong positionally. Here comes Rainville. Here's the attack by Rainville, and he does score too. This time not going for the gut wrench, trying to lace up. 2 points there from Rainville. 2 more from Rainville. 2 more from Rainville, and the action going out of bounds, 8-0. And we see a challenge block being thrown in. And I think the coach is wondering whether or not the action was out of bounds. So the takedown clearly inbounds, but were all of those laced ankles inbounds? We are going to see from the challenge. Don't forget, after this, we are going to take a small break as we do some medal presentations. Stick around. We have 3 more matches coming up later on, the 71 kilogram, the 80 kilogram, and the 92 kilogram. That is happening after the break. Again, Ryan Forsberg of Saskatchewan taking a look at the challenge. And again, the question from the Coast Corner is, are all three of the exposures on the laced ankles in bounds? That is what they're determining right now. Rainville explosive on the ground. Once again, every single match he had in this tournament, he took his opponent down and gut-wrenched them. They never got back up 10-0 very quickly. He showed that explosiveness here, getting 3 turns. All right, so we do have a ruling, but I will wait until the ruling has been made public here before explaining it. So 2 for the takedown, 2 for one of the laced ankles, and then a fleeing the mat on the red wrestler Stewart. So the score ends up being 5-0 with a caution on Stewart. And they are going to start parterre because of the fleeing the mat in a parterre position. Rainville going to get to work now. Let's see if he goes right back to those laced ankles. He's got him tight, extremely strong, looking to turn. Scores 2 on the turn. Now up 7-0. Lost the grip, did Rainville. Has the gut wrench on tight. Scores 2 on the gut wrench, make it 9-0. And Rainville again showing the dominance on the ground. And once he got it down, that was all she wrote. Your winner, representing Quebec and Patriote de Saint-César, is Nathan Rainville. We are going to take a small break here as we do some medal presentations. Don't forget, we have 3 matches taking place later on. It's going to be in approximately 10 minutes, so give your opportunity to get yourself over to a small break and then back for 3 more matches, 71, 80, 92. The ladies are over on the Mat 2 stream. If you want to watch the ladies' matches, 2 more there.
Even elite athletes need support to reach their goals, to go further than those before, and to leave sport better for those after. Athletes Can represents members of Canada's senior national teams who compete at multi-sport and world championship events. Our mission is to speak with one powerful voice, to advocate for an athlete-centered sports system where athlete rights are respected, athlete concerns are heard and acted upon, and where athletes influence key decisions made in Canada's sports system. We develop athlete leaders who influence sport policy and inspire a strong sport culture. We're a safe and inclusive place to share your perspectives and concerns on the issues you care about. And together, we initiate and sustain changes. We were the first organization founded by national team athletes for athletes. We've been global leaders in athlete representation ever since. Join Athletes Can. This is your home. Même les athlètes élites ont besoin de soutien pour atteindre leur but, pour aller plus loin que ceux et celles avant eux et pour laisser un sport meilleur à ceux et celles qui les suivront. Athlète Can représente les membres des équipes nationales seniors du Canada qui participent aux manifestations multisports et championnats du monde. Nous avons pour mission de parler d'une seule voix puissante en faveur d'un système sportif centré sur l'athlète, où les droits des athlètes sont respectés, où les préoccupations des athlètes sont entendues et prises en compte, et où les athlètes ont une influence sur les décisions clés qui sont prises dans le milieu sportif du Canada. Nous formons des athlètes leaders qui influencent les politiques du sport et inspire une solide culture sportive. Nous offrons un endroit sécuritaire et inclusif pour partager vos points de vue et préoccupations sur les questions qui vous tiennent à cœur. Et ensemble, nous suscitons et réalisons des changements. Nous avons été le premier organisme fondé par les athlètes des équipes nationales pour les athlètes. Depuis, nous avons toujours été des leaders mondiaux en matière de représentation des athlètes. Joignez-vous à Athlète Can, vous y êtes chez vous. Even elite athletes need support to reach their goals, to go further than those before, and to leave sport better for those after. Athletes Can represents members of Canada's senior national teams who compete at multi-sport and world championship events. Our mission is to speak with one powerful voice, to advocate for an athlete-centered sports system where athlete rights are respected, athlete concerns are heard and acted upon, and where athletes influence key decisions made in Canada's sports system. We develop athlete leaders who influence sport policy and inspire a strong sport culture. We're a safe and inclusive place to share your perspectives and concerns on the issues you care about. And together, we initiate and sustain changes. We were the first organization founded by national team athletes for athletes. We've been global leaders in athlete representation ever since. Join Athletes Can. This is your home. Même les athlètes élites ont besoin de soutien pour atteindre leur but, pour aller plus loin que ceux et celles avant eux et pour laisser un sport meilleur à ceux et celles qui les suivront. Athlète Can représente les membres des équipes nationales seniors du Canada qui participent aux manifestations multisports et championnats du monde. Nous avons pour mission de parler d'une seule voix puissante en faveur d'un système sportif centré sur l'athlète, où les droits des athlètes sont respectés, où les préoccupations des athlètes sont entendues et prises en compte, et où les athlètes ont une influence sur les décisions clés qui sont prises dans le milieu sportif du Canada. Nous formons des athlètes leaders qui influencent les politiques du sport et inspirent une solide culture sportive. Nous offrons un endroit sécuritaire et inclusif pour partager vos points de vue et préoccupations sur les questions qui vous tiennent à cœur. Et ensemble, nous suscitons et réalisons des changements. Nous avons été le premier organisme fondé par les athlètes des équipes nationales pour les athlètes. Depuis, nous avons toujours été des leaders mondiaux en matière de représentation des athlètes. Joignez-vous à Athlète Can, vous y êtes chez vous. Even elite athletes need support to reach their goals, to go further than those before, and to leave sport better for those after. Athletes Can represents members of Canada's senior national teams who compete at multi-sport and world championship events. Our mission is to speak with one powerful voice, to advocate for an athlete-centered sports system where athlete rights are respected, athlete concerns are heard and acted upon, and where athletes influence key decisions made in Canada's sports system. We develop athlete leaders who influence sport policy and inspire a strong sport culture. We're a safe and inclusive place to share your perspectives and concerns on the issues you care about. And together, we initiate and sustain changes. We were the first organization founded by national team athletes for athletes. We've been global leaders in athlete representation ever since. Join Athletes Can. This is your home. Même les athlètes élites ont besoin de soutien pour atteindre leur but, pour aller plus loin que ceux et celles avant eux et pour laisser un sport meilleur à ceux et celles qui les suivront. Athlète Can représente les membres des équipes nationales seniors du Canada qui participent aux manifestations multisports et championnats du monde. Nous avons pour mission de parler d'une seule voix puissante en faveur d'un système sportif centré sur l'athlète, où les droits des athlètes sont respectés, où les préoccupations des athlètes sont entendues et prises en compte, et où les athlètes ont une influence sur les décisions clés qui sont prises dans le milieu sportif du Canada. Nous formons des athlètes leaders qui influencent les politiques du sport et inspire une solide culture sportive. Nous offrons un endroit sécuritaire et inclusif pour partager vos points de vue et préoccupations sur les questions qui vous tiennent à cœur. Et ensemble, nous suscitons et réalisons des changements. Nous avons été le premier organisme fondé par les athlètes des équipes nationales pour les athlètes. Depuis, nous avons toujours été des leaders mondiaux en matière de représentation des athlètes. Joignez-vous à Athlète Can, vous y êtes chez vous. Even elite athletes need support to reach their goals, to go further than those before, and to leave sport better for those after. Athletes Can represents members of Canada's senior national teams who compete at multi-sport and world championship events. Our mission is to speak with one powerful voice, to advocate for an athlete-centered sports system where athlete rights are respected, athlete concerns are heard and acted upon, and where athletes influence key decisions made in Canada's sports system. We develop athlete leaders who influence sport policy and inspire a strong sport culture. We're a safe and inclusive place to share your perspectives and concerns on the issues you care about. And together, we initiate and sustain changes. We were the first organization founded by national team athletes for athletes. We've been global leaders in athlete representation ever since. Join Athletes Can. This is your home. Même les athlètes élites ont besoin de soutien pour atteindre leur but, pour aller plus loin que ceux et celles avant eux et pour laisser un sport meilleur à ceux et celles qui les suivront. Athlète Can représente les membres des équipes nationales seniors du Canada qui participent aux manifestations multisports et championnats du monde. Nous avons pour mission de parler d'une seule voix puissante en faveur d'un système sportif centré sur l'athlète, où les droits des athlètes sont respectés, où les préoccupations des athlètes sont entendues et prises en compte, et où les athlètes ont une influence sur les décisions clés qui sont prises dans le milieu sportif du Canada. Nous formons des athlètes leaders qui influencent les politiques du sport et inspirent une solide culture sportive. Nous offrons un endroit sécuritaire et inclusif pour partager vos points de vue et préoccupations sur les questions qui vous tiennent à cœur. Et ensemble, nous suscitons et réalisons des changements. Nous avons été le premier organisme fondé par les athlètes des équipes nationales pour les athlètes. Depuis, nous avons toujours été des leaders mondiaux en matière de représentation des athlètes. Joignez-vous à Athlète Can. Vous y êtes, chez vous. Even elite athletes need support to reach their goals, to go further than those before, and to leave sport better for those after. Athletes Can represents members of Canada's senior national teams who compete at multi-sport and world championship events. Our mission is to speak with one powerful voice, to advocate for an athlete-centered sports system where athlete rights are respected, athlete concerns are heard and acted upon, and where athletes influence key decisions made in Canada's sports system. We develop athlete leaders who influence sport policy and inspire a strong sport culture. We're a safe and inclusive place to share your perspectives and concerns on the issues you care about. And together, we initiate and sustain changes. We were the first organization founded by national team athletes for athletes. We've been global leaders in athlete representation ever since. Join Athletes Can. This is your home. Même les athlètes élites ont besoin de soutien pour atteindre leur but, pour aller plus loin que ceux et celles avant eux et pour laisser un sport meilleur à ceux et celles qui les suivront. Athlète Can représente les membres des équipes nationales seniors du Canada qui participent aux manifestations multisports et championnats du monde. Nous avons pour mission de parler d'une seule voix puissante en faveur d'un système sportif centré sur l'athlète, où les droits des athlètes sont respectés, où les préoccupations
Welcome everyone back to the 2022 Canada Wrestling Team Trials Gold Medal Finals in our men's division. We have 3 more matches here for you today. The 71 kilogram, 80 kilogram, and 92 kilogram matches. My name is Jeremy Valentine. I'm going to be guiding you through the action here tonight. We've had some amazing matches so far. 6 provinces represented in the finals in our men's division. 71 kilograms is our next match coming up. In the red will be Nicholas Hooper from the Cochrane Cowboys Wrestling Club in Alberta. And it will be Tejveer Dinsa from Guru Gobind Singh Wrestling Club in British Columbia. He'll be in the blue. It's coming down right now. Apologies for a little bit of the shaky cam there, but no, we're in good shape now. The world is not shaking here in Edmonton, Alberta. We're live at the Butterdome. This match has some fireworks set up for it. Both athletes have been fantastic throughout the tournament. And we are underway. 2 2-minute rounds at 71 kilograms. Hooper in the red. It's Dinsa in the blue singlet. And here's an attack by Hooper. Nice timing on the double leg. And immediately Dinza trying to switch, showing he's got a little bit of funk in him in regard to his wrestling skills. And he pulls things out from anywhere. As you see him immediately trying to switch, Hooper trying to find a way to deal it. You see that Hooper's got a Ziegler on the legs there. He scores 2 points. While we were talking about Dinza being funky, it's the Ziegler from Hooper. They've given 2 blue. And now 2 blue. There's a lot of action going on. I'm suggesting no matter what they end up scoring this as. Here we go, Hooper in on the legs, and they are out of bounds. There's going to be a talk about this because there was a lot of action there, and we talked about the funkiness of Tejveer Dinsa. He started it off by switching. It was Hooper's double leg that started off the action. Then Dinsa switched back. While Dinsa was switching, you see Hooper underneath getting in on the whizzer. We've got 6-4 as the score. 6-4 is what they see right now. They're saying to coaches, this is your opportunity to challenge if you don't agree with the score. And it looks like 6-4 will be what they work with. Here's a shot by Dinsa. Here's another attack by Dinsa. Hooper trying to stuff it. Now it's Dinsa pulling up. Hooper back to the leg. Dinsa now with the overhook trying to work with it. And the seatbelt position from Hooper. He scores 2. We did have 4 from the judge, but it was confirmed as 2 from the chair. Now getting work is Nicholas Hooper. Wrestles with the Cochrane Cowboys in Alberta. Tejveer Dinsa in the blue singlet from Guru Gobind Singh Wrestling Club. He's in the blue. And again, he has the ability to pull some weird stuff out. Just has some techniques that only work for someone like him. 10 seconds remaining in the opening round. Hooper with the 8-4 advantage at the moment. They head into the break, 8-4. Athletes head over, they get 30 seconds to talk with their coaches. You'll see in Dinsa's corner, Sonny Dinsa, the multi-time Canadian national champion, represented Canada across the world. And he's given some advice here in the corner, whispering right in to Dinsa's ear. He has to find a way to break down the solid stance of Nicholas Hooper. Second round underway. Inside position right now from Nick Hooper. Dinsa very long. He presents a challenge with his offense because he can reach in on those legs in situations where other athletes cannot. Good stop by Dinsa, a re-attack diving in. Hooper able to catch, but Dinsa doesn't mind working from this position. .40 seconds gone by in this second of 2-minute round. Here's an attack by Hooper. Deep waist by Dinsa. See if Dinsa can come up with something here. He is trailing by 4, needs to find a way to break down Nick Hooper and score. He does have those hands locked, so maybe an opportunity for a cradle. He's trying to scoop it in now. Now he's got the bottom leg and a possible pinning situation here for Dinsa, but Hooper able to fight off his back. Hooper incredibly strong. It's 2 points for Dinsa, 45 seconds remaining. And at what point do you possibly give up this situation for the pin if you don't think you can get it in order to score 2 points? And that is what Dinsa has done. He's given Hooper an opportunity to get off his back to be able to score 2 more points. And he will score 2 here. Score is tied at 8. Now Dinsa with the advantage. 20 seconds remaining. And Nick Cooper has to do something to be able to get off his back, to be able to come on top, as Sonny Dinsa not only going for the fall, but having the point advantage, 8-8, but with the last to score. And we talked about the funk of Sonny Dinsa. Dinsa with his hands raised as you hear the crowd cheering on this young man, but we do have a challenge block coming in. So there is no challenge. They did deny the challenge. Unfortunately, the challenge has to come in scoring action, and your winner here at the 71 kilogram weight class, representing Guru Gobind Singh Wrestling Club and British Columbia, is Tejveer Dinsa. What a match between these two. The comeback from Dinsa was unreal. Don't forget, if you are looking for our ladies action, there is one more match over on our other channel. It's the Mat 2 feed. So if you are looking for the ladies match, that's where you can find it. Here on this feed, we have two more matches in our 80 kilogram and 92 kilogram weight classes. Make sure you're subscribing here to Wrestling Canada's YouTube channel. This is the best place to find wrestling content. Canadians all over this country coming to compete here. We have 3 more days of action coming up, including our junior competition tomorrow, senior competition on Saturday, and on Sunday, the Greco competition, ever popular Greco competition that is happening as we wait our athletes here. Our athletes are ready. We just get the system ready so that we have their match details up and ready to go. And there we are. Let's talk about our competitors here at 80 kilograms. In red, representing Coast Wrestling Academy, it's Arjun Singh Nagra. And in the blue, representing Edmonton Wrestling Club, Trey Wilfong. Nagra having the craftiness of somebody quite a bit older than he is. He's able to get himself in situations and positions that really you would expect. Here's an inside leg trick attempt. We talked about it. That was Wilfong's attack that Nagra countered with his own inside leg trip, scoring 2 points. So again, has that crafty ability and really above his age in regard to just the development of how he deals with situations. Trey Wilfong, incredibly strong. Had a little trouble in his first match for the first little bit. Then once he was able to warm up, able to be successful, and a huge throw for 4 points by Nagra. And we felt just a little bit of a push from Wilfong. And as soon as the push happened, Nagra able to score 4 points and now up 6. Both athletes working inside. Trey Wilfong from Edmonton Wrestling Club in the blue. In the zone is Nagra, but he likes to work here because he does the opportunity just like that to give the space and work in. Now able to bump. Here's a pop by Nagra and a huge gut wrench out of bounds. Scores 4. It's confirmed, and he's going to win the match 10-0. And that is a dominant performance by Arjun Singh Nagra from Coast Wrestling Academy and British Columbia. And you saw as he lined up that gut wrench, he had it nice and tight and made sure that he was going to score 4 on it. A very impressive performance from that young man. And I think for me, the thing that really stands out for Nagra is he had Wilfong pushing in against him multiple times, and immediately the counter back from Nagra. It was the inside leg trip followed by the over-under throw, and a fantastic performance by that young man. Great future in the works for him. We do have one match remaining. The ladies' matches are still going on over on our other stream, so feel free to check them out as the final match in there. Smith and McCracken is going on live. It's a 69 kilogram weight class on our Mat 2 stream. And we have one final match here at 92 kilograms. It's going to be coming up here in just a few moments. I know you've heard me say it, but subscribe, like this content. The more subscribe, the more like, the more it's going to get out there, the more opportunities we're going to have to grow the sport. We really do thank all of our people who are watching here live. If you're watching on demand later on the YouTube channel, make sure that you are sharing this. Throw it up on social media. The more opportunities we have, the better. Let's take a look at our final matchup here. It's at 92 kilograms, 2 2-minute rounds in our cadet division. Representing National Capital Wrestling Club in the red is Titus Deisman. In the blue, representing Guru Gobind Singh Wrestling Club, is Jagrup Dinsa. So it's Dinsa and Deisman. We are just waiting for the conclusion of our women's match over on Mat 2. Possible pinning situation over on Mat 2. You need to check out the stream. And as you can hear by the crowd, I won't spoil it for you. I'm against YouTube spoilers, so make sure you head over. If you want to watch the matches that happened on the women's match, you want to head over to our Mat 2 stream. It's the Mat 3 stream here. We're on our final match of the day, 92 kilograms. Again, introducing Titus Deisman from National Capital Wrestling Club and Jagrup Dinsa from Guru Gobind Singh Wrestling Club. Singh Wrestling Club in the blue, and it's National Capital Wrestling Club in the red. First attack going out of bounds, stepping out is Deisman, so it'll be 1 point for Dinsa. In on the 2-on-1 position is Dinsa. He's able to come free, and he scores 2 points. He now leads 3-0. He's trying to get to work on the ground, but holding on is Deisman. He's going to get warned. You got to let go of that. He's got to use it or let go of it. Huge national stage. Perhaps sometimes the first of these national matches for some of these athletes, as COVID has prevented it. And these are going to be our representatives for the Cadet World Team. As you see Dinsa pressuring forward, he's going to score 4 points. Just finding and sensing the off-balance Deisman, able to put the pressure forward. Dinsa now leads 7-0, 59 seconds remaining in this opening round. Nice pass by Dinsa, but Deisman able to turn and face. Working the pass by again is Dinsa.
I can have all medalists please gather inside the bears and vendors dressing room. All medalists. If you haven't received your medals, please go to the bears and vendors dressing room.
Working inside, now tying in the upper body, hips in front was Dinsa. He gets 4 on the throw, make the score 11-0, and he is going to be your victor. So the second Dinsa to win today, and he will win the match. Your winner at 92 kilograms, representing Guru Gobind Singh Wrestling Club in the blue, is Jagrup Dinsa. Well, that concludes the action here on Mat 3 today. Don't forget, tomorrow the live streams kick in again. We got the junior competition, women's competitions, men's competitions going on. If you're not subscribed, you're doing yourself a disservice. You want to see Canada's best wrestling action, subscribe to Wrestling Canada Loot. Thank you very much for joining us here this evening for the finals in the Cadet team trials, and we will see you tomorrow. And once again, my name is Jeremy Ballantyne. Thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you again soon.
Even elite athletes need support to reach their goals, to go further than those before, and to leave sport better for those after. Athletes Can represents members of Canada's senior national teams who compete at multi-sport and world championship events. Our mission is to speak with one powerful voice to advocate for an athlete-centered sports system where athlete rights are respected, athlete concerns are heard and acted upon, and where athletes influence key decisions made in Canada's sports system. We develop athlete leaders who influence sport policy and inspire a strong sport culture. We're a safe and inclusive place to share your perspectives and concerns on the issues you care about. And together, we initiate and sustain changes. We were the first organization founded by national team athletes for athletes. We've been global leaders in athlete representation ever since. Join Athletes Can. This is your home. Même les athlètes élites ont besoin de soutien pour atteindre leur but, pour aller plus loin que ceux et celles avant eux et pour laisser un sport meilleur à ceux et celles qui les suivront. Athlète Can représente les membres des équipes nationales seniors du Canada qui participent aux manifestations multisports et championnats du monde. Nous avons pour mission de parler d'une seule voix puissante en faveur d'un système sportif centré sur l'athlète, où les droits des athlètes sont respectés, où les préoccupations des athlètes sont entendues et prises en compte, et où les athlètes ont une influence sur les décisions clés qui sont prises dans le milieu sportif du Canada. Nous formons des athlètes leaders qui influencent les politiques du sport et inspire une solide culture sportive. Nous offrons un endroit sécuritaire et inclusif pour partager vos points de vue et préoccupations sur les questions qui vous tiennent à cœur. Et ensemble, nous suscitons et réalisons des changements. Nous avons été le premier organisme fondé par les athlètes des équipes nationales pour les athlètes. Depuis, nous avons toujours été des leaders mondiaux en matière de représentation des athlètes. Joignez-vous à Athlète Can, vous y êtes chez vous. Even elite athletes need support to reach their goals, to go further than those before, and to leave sport better for those after. Athletes Can represents members of Canada's senior national teams who compete at multi-sport and world championship events. Our mission is to speak with one powerful voice to advocate for an athlete-centered sports system where athlete rights are respected, athlete concerns are heard and acted upon, and where athletes influence key decisions made in Canada's sports system. We develop athlete leaders who influence sport policy and inspire a strong sport culture. We're a safe and inclusive place to share your perspectives and concerns on the issues you care about. And together, we initiate and sustain changes. We were the first organization founded by national team athletes for athletes. We've been global leaders in athlete representation ever since. Join Athletes Can. This is your home. Même les athlètes élites ont besoin de soutien pour atteindre leur but, pour aller plus loin que ceux et celles avant eux et pour laisser un sport meilleur à ceux et celles qui les suivront. Athlète Can représente les membres des équipes nationales seniors du Canada qui participent aux manifestations multisports et championnats du monde. Nous avons pour mission de parler d'une seule voix puissante en faveur d'un système sportif centré sur l'athlète, où les droits des athlètes sont respectés, où les préoccupations des athlètes sont entendues et prises en compte, et où les athlètes ont une influence sur les décisions clés qui sont prises dans le milieu sportif du Canada. Nous formons des athlètes leaders qui influencent les politiques du sport et inspire une solide culture sportive. Nous offrons un endroit sécuritaire et inclusif pour partager vos points de vue et préoccupations sur les questions qui vous tiennent à cœur. Et ensemble, nous suscitons et réalisons des changements. Nous avons été le premier organisme fondé par les athlètes des équipes nationales pour les athlètes. Depuis, nous avons toujours été des leaders mondiaux en matière de représentation des athlètes. Joignez-vous à Athlète Cannes, vous y êtes chez vous. Even elite athletes need support to reach their goals, to go further than those before, and to leave sport better for those after. Athletes Can represents members of Canada's senior national teams who compete at multi-sport and world championship events. Our mission is to speak with one powerful voice, to advocate for an athlete-centered sports system where athlete rights are respected, athlete concerns are heard and acted upon, and where athletes influence key decisions made in Canada's sports system. We develop athlete leaders who influence sport policy and inspire a strong sport culture. We're a safe and inclusive place to share your perspectives and concerns on the issues you care about. And together, we initiate and sustain changes. We were the first organization founded by national team athletes for athletes. We've been global leaders in athlete representation ever since. Join Athletes Can. This is your home. Même les athlètes élites ont besoin de soutien pour atteindre leur but, pour aller plus loin que ceux et celles avant eux et pour laisser un sport meilleur à ceux et celles qui les suivront. Athlète